I wanted to come up with a good solution for people that wanted to track their links, plus be able to do easy cloaking and also do some of the features that people are wanting nowadays, like geo-targeting and retargeting as well. If you want to do either any kind of pay-per-click, you want to be able to do retargeting these days. So this week, and I've been working on this for a good 6-8 months. I released as a pre-release a software that I have ready now that does everything that we need as far as cloaking and tracking. So I wanted to show you guys a really quick demo of that in case you haven't seen it yet. I sent out an email about it this morning telling everybody to go watch a video that tells a little bit about it, and sent you to the web page where you can read about it. But I wanted to show you a little bit about what the software does, and if we can get the screen share to cooperate, that's what we're going to do. So this is the Click Shield Maximizer, which is the software that it's in pre-release right now. It's only open to my list subscribers right now. It's only going to be open until Friday. After Friday at midnight, I'm going to shut it down for about 10 days while I work on the sales page. The sales page that I have up now is just the first draft of it. I'm getting a video made for the sales page, plus I'm adding some stuff. I'm going to be adding bonuses onto the sales page as well, which the bonuses will be added into the download area too. So if you have purchased this already, you'll want to go back to the download link after product actually launches so you can get the bonuses that I'm going to be offering. What I want to show you guys is what all this software can do, and we're actually going to go through and create a track link. As you can see here, I've been using it quite a bit since I've got it up and running. You have the general things. You can do geo-targeting with it. You can clone links if you say you're wanting to do solo ads. You want to send traffic to one particular squeeze page, but you want to buy several different solo ads. That would be a good feature. The clone option here, you can just clone the link and give the solo ad vendor the different links that it creates. And then, of course, you can preview the link, and then you can click the link, and it copies it to your clipboard. But let's go through creating a campaign here so you can see exactly what's involved in creating a campaign. It starts out, you give it a title, and this is just for your reference, so we'll just call this a test link. This is just so you can see it in the dashboard and know what link you're actually dealing with. Then we'll put in a link here that we're wanting to track. We'll just say that this is a long, ugly affiliate URL, or it's a squeeze page. Let's actually put in a squeeze page here. So like I said, this is not really a bad link right here. This is something, I was able to remember, and I'm able to type it in. But if I wanted to send this link out to several different solo ad vendors, I'd want to, do some tracking on it and cloak it so I could know if the solo ad vendor was actually sending me, the amount of clicks that I was purchasing from them. Plus, I'd want to know where the traffic is coming from. If they're telling me that all my traffic is going to come from US, I want to see that all of the clicks came from the United States, if that's what I'm purchasing. But in its basic form, to just cloak, all you have to do is just enter the link in here that you're wanting to cloak, and you just click save, and it would actually just create your cloak link. But now if you wanted to go use some of the other features, you just click next, and you can put in split testing here. If you want to do split testing, you'd click the enable, and you would enter up to 3 different alternate URLs. And what you could do with this is you could actually create or set up 3 different versions of the same squeeze page, and you could actually see which one is actually converting the best for you. Now, you probably wouldn't want to do this with a solo ad purchase, but if you're sending traffic from like a blog post or a forum post or wherever, Facebook or whatever, you might want to see from those different traffic sources which one of the versions of the squeeze page you're using is actually getting the most clicks and getting the most conversions. We'll disable that for now, and we'll go next. It also has tracking features in it that you could actually put in. This is where you put in like Google Analytics or any kind of conversion trackers that you might have, or also retargeting pixels. This is where you would set your retargeting pixels. So you could put in your retargeting pixels or your Google Analytics or your conversion tracker if you have a pixel fire on your website that tells you when you've actually got a conversion. And then if you click next, you can actually do a password protected page. Now, what you would want to do if you wanted to enable password protection, we'll enable it here. You can actually create a page that you want to send out to just certain people. Like, maybe you have a Facebook group, but you only want the people that's in that group to be able to get to this page, and you could password protect the page so that only those people could actually get into the link that you're sending them. Another good use for this would be product delivery. You could actually do product delivery. This would be a very simple means of protecting your product download page, but this would be a way of doing that as well. So to use this, you can actually, create a really nice looking page. You can have logos on it. You can have a background page to it, a background image to make it really nice looking. So, this is a really handy feature as well. But depending on if you wanted to use that or not, we'll disable it on this because we don't really want to do that on this one. Once you've chosen all the options, you just click finish, and then it'll create the link, the entry up here for you. Now, once the link is created, you can go into geo-targeting. Now, if you're buying solo ads from someone and they're telling you that they're going to send you all US traffic, and maybe the offer you have is only good for, specific countries or whatever. It may be that you're doing CPA and the target countries are only, like Australia or United Kingdom or something like that. You can click on the geo target and you can actually set up in here the specific countries. So let's see, Australia. There it is, Australia. You could actually set in here to Australia to send them to the actual CPA offer. And what that would do is anytime somebody from Australia came to that link, it would actually send them to the CPA offer. You could send them any other traffic from any other country to a different URL that, either tells them this offer is not available in your country or offers them something totally different. So that's a great way for using the geo-target redirects like that. This is one of the things you'd want to use with solo ads. You'd want to make sure that all the solo ads are the traffic that's coming from them are going to your main offer, and then any others are going to a totally different offer. So let's go back to this now, and I want to show you some. Whoops, not create campaign. Let's go back out to the dashboard. I want to show you the actual stats features. We'll look at one of them here that's gotten quite a bit of. We'll just click this one. If you click the hits link here, it'll actually pull up the stats. And as you can see, it shows you where most of the traffic was coming from. As you can see from this link right here that I use this tracking on, most all of it is coming from the United States. We have some over in the United Kingdom. And then as you can see down here, it shows you on the last 30 days where you got the most, where the clicks came in on the most days. And then it gives you some detailed stats over here, over on the left-hand side. Now, some of these are not enabled yet. They're going to be in future updates, some of the Facebook stuff here. Now, some of it will be filled in if you are doing Facebook retargeting. Some of these will be filled in, but some of this is in future updates that's coming out. We're already on the second update for this software, and there's another one coming out. They said probably next month that will add even more features into this. So, like I said, as you can see, especially if you're using any kind of paid traffic, you can tell right off the bat where your traffic's coming from and the type of quality of the traffic that you're getting. If you're wanting to do CPA, and CPA is most of the time the offers are tied to specific countries. The geo targeting is really handy for that, to be able to send the traffic is coming from the specific countries that are allowed to the offer, and then everybody else to either a different offer or to a page that tells them the offer is not available, whatever it might be you'd want to put up for that. This is the kind of tracking and cloaking that you need for today's market. And most of the time, like I said, this type of service, is a monthly fee with most of the other link trackers. I've set this up on this server, and I'm only going to be, doing it's a one-off price. I'm not going to be charging a monthly fee for it. And like I said, it's in pre-release right now for this week for just my subscribers only, so I can do any kind of bug testing, see what needs to be fixed if there's anything that's broke, and get feature requests and that type of thing. So between now and Friday, you'll be able to get this at a discount, and then come the 12th, I believe, is what I've got it scheduled for the public launch. It'll actually launch out to the public, and at that point, the price will be higher, and it will be on a launch sequence then. But there's lots of different ways of tracking and cloaking your links. There's lots of free services that you can use. There's actually scripts like, James brought up the link supercharger, that gets cloaking done for you. It doesn't provide, a lot of the features that you need nowadays unless you actually buy some of the more expensive scripts. And then, like I said, most of the time for some of these features that you have here in this one, you would actually have to pay, a monthly fee to be able to get split testing and geo targeting, something you generally don't get with most scripts that you can purchase to put on your own servers. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys this, give you a little quick demo of what this software does. And like I said, I've used just about every link tracker there is out there. I've subscribed to most of them at one point in time. Like I said, I even invested the money into getting quality click control when you're actually able to get it to as a script that you could put on your own server. And all of them have good points and bad points, but anytime that you can get a one-off price for their services that you actually need these days, the retargeting is big now, especially if you're going to do any kind of pay-per-click, whether it be Bing or Facebook at all. You need to do retargeting so that you're getting your money's worth and you're targeting the right traffic. So, the retargeting alone is something that's well worth the investment to get, access to software that does something like this.